Hey guys, there Fenza, welcome back. And this is our second game of the February playoffs. Most of the action happens in the second period, so I'll just skip to the highlights of the first period and then show you all the second and then the third period. Alright, here we go with the first highlight. It would be awesome to get another win, obviously, after the great overtime winner by Bob at the point. There we go, nice cross crease, and there's the first one. Aw, great feed from Tyler over to me. I love scoring those cross crease goals. Not a whole lot of work involved if you're shooting it, so I'll take those all the time. Alright, here we go. We're getting close to the end of the first. See, like 10 seconds left. And there we go. Sketchy pass from the defenseman, but it works. Here we go. Split into the defenseman, and then a great shot from Tyler, and we're up 2-0 with a couple seconds left in the first. And it reminded me of Jaromir Jagr there. Now that he's in Philly, I kind of used to seeing that. He splits the defenseman. Oh, that's just a great play, though. 2-goal lead after one period. That's a pretty good spot to be in. All right, here's the second period as promised. And I kind of want to talk about March Madness right now for a second. And first off, just want to give a major shout out to the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And I'm from the same town as Lehigh, so I mean after they beat Duke, I mean the city, like the students were going nuts. Like these kids were like all in the streets, and it was insane. I'm just really happy for them, even though they got knocked out the next game against Xavier, I think it was. But still, that's a huge win for Lehigh because they've been in the tournament a few times before. I think 4 times they made it, but they've never won a game in a tournament. So it's finally nice for them to get a win. I mean, the upsets were kind of nice. I mean, who was it? Missouri. Missouri lost, which was kind of awesome. Just, I love when the underdogs, like the no-name schools that everybody just kind of like, oh, who are they? Like, I love when they win against the big schools. Even though Missouri is not like a huge powerhouse, I mean, still a number 2 seed. So it's been pretty interesting so far. Nice. Here's a nice goal from Tyler. I like that. Nice snipe. His usual top left spot. But it's nice to see the underdogs starting to win a couple games. And Syracuse almost went down to UNC Asheville, which is pretty funny. I mean, I think it would be awesome just for a number 1 seed to go down to number 16 seed. I mean, I used to care about college basketball a whole lot when I was younger, but I've kind of stopped following it. So since I'm not really loyal to any schools anymore, I just think it would be awesome for somebody to finally, a number 1, to finally get beaten by a 16. I almost forgot to talk about the goal that just happened. Too busy talking about basketball. Gotta focus on hockey for a second. I mean, brought the puck up the right wing. I do that a lot. I do that a lot in real life too. I'm a righty. I like being on the right side. But got the nice pass into the slot for Tyler, and just did the quick little deke. Scores. Take that. It's at a 4-goal lead, and we're not even halfway through the game yet. So we're in real good shape. Hopefully, we won't have to go to overtime again and deal with that. Another thing with college basketball for me is like, it just feels like the drafts are getting kind of weak compared to like recent years. Like last year with Kyrie Irving going number 1 overall, and there were no real other like superstars in the making, or what it felt like superstars in the making in the draft. Like, I mean, the past couple years, you had your Blake Griffins come out, you had your John Walls, you had the Kevin Durant. I mean, you had those kind of players. Right now, it just, I don't know. There's good players, don't get me wrong, but there's no one that looks like they're going to make a huge difference right now. I mean, it just feels like it's settled down for a little bit. I don't doubt it will get back on track, and there's another goal. All right, Tyler, there we go. 5-0. Yeah, we're in real good shape now. I mean, we got 7.5 minutes left to go in the second. Already up 5-0. You know, unless we absolutely self-destruct, there's no way we can lose this. All right. Anyway, though, let's get back to the NHL. So right now, it's getting to crunch time. I mean, there's only 2 teams that have clinched a playoff spot. We got the Blues and the Rangers. And so there's 7 spots left to be had in the East and the West. And I think the West is going to be real fun to watch right now. So before the season, I had LA as being one of the best teams in the West, and they've just been a huge disappointment for me. I mean, the offense has been almost non-existent, and I don't know why. But I mean, it looks like they're back on track a little bit after the Jeff Carter trade. He's a good player. I enjoyed him while he was in Philly. But it's just surprising that teams like that are just floundering. I mean, Jonathan Quick has been awesome for them this year. Without Quick, oh man, they would be in a really tough spot right now. Speaking about goaltending, I mean, Scott Clemenson for Florida last night shut down the Flyers. Man, that was a tough loss. I would have loved to have those 2 points, but of course we have to lose to the Florida Panthers. I mean, it always seems like we're doing that. Have a real nice stretch. Play a soft team like that. Pretty much anybody in the Southeast Division this year. I mean, we've had tons of trouble with the Jets this year. Winnipeg Jets, they've just seems like they've such an easy time scoring on the Flyers when they play them this year. But whatever, we're in decent shape. 5th in the East right now. And not too far out of the division lead with the Rangers struggling a little bit, but they won again. So things are heating up. This is a great time of year to see all the teams that are getting desperate for a playoff spot. It's nice to see the players that step up at this time. I mean, this is where the playoff teams show that they deserve to be in the playoffs. And the playoff players show that they're ready for the playoffs and they deserve their spot in the lineup right now. Oh, talking about the Rangers reminds me of the little brawl they had with the Devils with the starting lines. You know, the Rangers had out, who was that? Prust, Bickle at center for Dubinsky, and then Mike Rupp on the other wing. That was pretty good, but I don't know. I'm kind of pro fighting. I don't want to see it get banned from the NHL, but I mean, I wouldn't go nuts if they got rid of it. But I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of cool to watch. I mean, it's been around forever, so I don't see why all of a sudden they need to get rid of it now because of headshots and concussions when when fighting really isn't causing those blows to the head. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. There we go. And in the second period, up 5-0. Oh man. Yeah, we got the game on cruise control now, I'd say. I'm just gonna start it with 5 or so minutes to go. Left in the third. And still the same score, 5-0. Nothing really happened in the 15 minutes that I skipped. And so right now, we're just closing it out. I mean, second game of the playoffs looking good. Looks like we're moving on to the third round. Playing really well together right now. It's a good thing. Don't want to be struggling in the playoffs. I mean, you want to be playing the best you can when it matters the most. So nice hit from Bob. Here you go, getting it up to me, taking it to the outside. Oh, all right, good stop by the goalie. I mean, we don't really need any more insurance markers. I mean, if we can blow 5-goal lead with 50 seconds to go, I'll stop playing forever. I mean, no matter what the score is, no matter if it was easy or hard, it's always a good feeling moving on to the playoffs. I mean, could have been knocked out, so I'll take it. This wasn't the most exciting game, obviously, but I'll take it. I'll take any kind of win. But I mean, it's just nice moving on. One less game to win everything, and it would be the first time I've ever won it all on this game, which kind of sucks. I've been playing for so long. Even though NHL 12's out, I still insist on playing NHL 11. And part of that, I don't know, I guess I just kind of want to win a championship on here for once. It's getting kind of old, disconnecting or whatever, losing and being close to winning it all, losing in the final game, which has happened before. We've disconnected in the final game. But not right now. There's a solid win for us. We're moving on, and I'll have the third game up as soon as I can.